Our next performer, Gloria Ladner. She is an award-winning retired television talk show host. She's won awards including a Bobo, a Lady Lulu, and an Early Evening Emmy, one of the most coveted ones out there. Please give a warm cabaret welcome to Ms. Ladner.
Good evening. What a wonderful evening we've had so far. Like a courtroom judge, I feel honored to be here tonight. But a civil court judge, not a criminal court judge, because I'd get too scared listening to all those criminal cases. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Gloria Ladner. I'm a retired television talk show host. I was the first female host of late night television, like a female Johnny Carson, from 1985 to 1997. And tonight I'm just here to tell you one or two stories about show business, about the ups and downs of show business. I've had so many great guests on the show. I've interviewed basketball superstar Michael Jordan, and I've interviewed Betty White and Vanna White, both Betty and Vanna. But my favorite guest to interview were the animal trainers. I've had an animal trainer who would train little mice to do tumble salts. I've had animal trainers to train little iguanas to high five. And you know what? It was the 1990s and things weren't going well for me. The president of my network called and said, "Gloria, your ratings are severely low, lower than the tide in the ocean at low tide." And I said, "All right." He said, "If you don't get the ratings up by the end of the week, your show's cut." And I was devastated, you know? I worked so hard to get where I was. So my producer said, "I know a guest who will boost your ratings." He said, "It's an animal trainer. He trains beluga whales." And I said, "Trains them to do what?" And he said he trains them to wink. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe someone could train a whale to wink. I didn't believe it. So the night of the show came, and of course it was a full audience, and he wheeled out the whale. And everyone was so silent. You could hear a pin. You could hear a pin drop. And in fact, I dropped a pin from my curler. And I heard it. I heard it. And everyone looked at the whale, and the trainer pulled his ear, and the whale winked. The audience went wild. "Make it wink again," they said. So that night I went home, and I got a phone call from my producer. And he said, "Gloria, are you sitting?" I said, "No, I'm roasting a chicken." And he said, "Well, why do you have a seat?" I said, "Okay." He said, "I have some news for you." And I said, "Oh, is it a sale at the market on the chicken? Is it a sale? Is that the news?" And he said, "No, it's about your ratings. The numbers are in. Your ratings are sky high, Gloria. You've done it." I was so happy I'd cry. Tears of happiness. I hung up the phone. I ran to my address book. I said, "I want to share this news with someone." I ran to my address book. I opened it, and it was blank. I looked at the A's and the B's and the C's. Nothing was written. The D's, I said. Maybe the V's would have a name written. But nothing. That's when I realized I didn't have a friend to my name. I've hosted so many years, worked so hard, I had no friends. And the tears of sadness turned into tears of sadness, because there were still tears of sadness. And I roasted the chicken in my tears. So, and then on the counter, I noticed a fortune cookie. I had had Chinese food the night before, and I opened the fortune, and it said, "If you're ever gonna get someone else to love you, you've got to love yourself first." And then from there, I passed the mirror, and I saw myself. And that's when I practiced the thing I do, known as self-flirtation, where you look in the mirror, and you just practice self-flirtation, because if no one else loves you, no one's gonna love you unless you love yourself. So it's just like this. You walk in, and then, "Oh, hello. Oh, who's that beautiful lady? Do you come here often, or is your hair permed, or is that natural? Oh, you look like a girl I used to know, a beautiful girl. Yes, that's right, it's you." And then you'll feel better. So my advice to you tonight is just the rest will follow. Thank you.
Yeah.